You see the BBC thing? The head of BBC had to resign because they took a film of Trump and they edited it to make it look like he was trying to get people to go attack people and fight at the Capitol.
To the Capitol, and I'll be there with you. And we fight. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
All right, that's the BBC.
To the Capitol.
This is what he actually said.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
54 minutes.
We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Not only is this one nuts, but this one is for a literal president of the greatest country the world's ever known. And you're lying about what he said publicly. 60 Minutes did it with the Kamala Harris interview, but they did it the other way. They made it look like she had a good answer, which is like, it's so crazy. Like, you guys are supposed to be the news.
Right.
You're not supposed to be the propaganda arm of whatever party you support. This is nuts.
Show what's up, South Africa, and welcome to Common Sense. We are at war with the fake news. Before we get into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification. Let's get into it. Now, we all know for a fact for a decade, Donald Trump has been pushing the fake news. He's been pushing it back against them because ever since he decided he's going to run for president, man, did the fake news come after him. And he was the one that famously put it out there that it's fake news. They're not here to speak the truth. They're not here to be neutral. They are here to push a narrative and be a propaganda machine to the elites. And here we have it on our shore, South Africa. We have South Africa mainstream media believing in a lie, pushing a narrative so that you can act like a fool when you read it by believing in it. And so the world was truly turned upside down when Trump's just pointed out their fake news, their lies. And now in 2026, South Africa has decided to jump on this bandwagon itself, the mainstream media. You are told as a South African citizen that has a phone in your pocket, where we have 23 million users on TikTok, we have 26 million users on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. You are told that Trump is the bad guy and the boogeyman. And you have no idea why you hate this man. Because I know for a fact, growing up, he was in every rap song where rappers wanted to be like him. He was in movies and sitcoms. People loved him. People cheered for him. Even Oprah Winfrey. Yes, the billionaire in America that cries about racism every time she opens her mouth. The one that plays the victim card. That individual had Trump on her own show multiple times. But no. Let's follow what the mainstream media says, because what you believe with your own eyes is not the truth. So South Africa media, when this article came out by Daily Beast, firstly, if you call Daily Beast, I just want to let you know that you worship the devil. So this Daily Beast came up with this article stating white South African refugees chose to head home instead of living under Trump. You see, they want white South Africans to fail so hard in America that they can be proven right. It's not about the media showing you the truth. It's about the media wanting to be right or wrong. It's no more about genuine news outlets. No. We all know in South Africa that the government has its fingers in the pie when it comes to the legacy media. But you still have South Africans that believe in this. We have over 17 million South Africans that have TVs. We still have around 23 million South Africans that watch SABC News. Like, really? Who watches that garbage? But you have South Africans that believe in this. You have them that believe in it. You even have cackling hens in America themselves, the blue hair, overweight, ring in the nose kind of individuals that believe in this. And the only reason why they believe in this narrative is because they hate Trump. They hate their own country because they were taught to hate your own by the socialist and Marxist communists. Check this out.
White South
African refugees choose to head home instead of living under Trump. Oh, I guess the problems at home weren't that bad then. You sacks of shit.
The cackling hen has told you the truth. Now you can go ahead and believe it. You can go ahead and believe it. You go and look like a fool and believe it. But you know what, South Africa? I'm going to say it like it is. It's this kind of people that say to you and I to accept when other people are confused of who they are. This is the side. This is the side that's saying to you and I that a male can be a female and a female can be a male. There's only two genders. Don't like what I said, that's your problem. But it's this side. It's this side that says to you and I that we should love and accept people living in their sin. We should love it. This is the side that says to you and I that marriage can be for a man and a man and a woman and a woman. No, it can't. God designed marriage for a male and a female, for a husband and a wife, so that they can have babies. A male and a male and a female cannot have babies. They will adopt, because at the end of the day, we want to manipulate the next generation. At the end of the day, we want to play house. That's what they want to do. And whoever thinks that what I'm saying they're offended by, just to let you know, that Christian couples adopt more children than any other group in the world. Because we know what it means to be adopted into the family of God. And so this is the side that wants you and I to believe what she's going on about. Really? A cackling hen? But let me show you the media, how they frame this question on this topic.
All right, let's turn to this story now, because there's a growing number of South Africans returning home from abroad. This comes as some citizens consider leaving under a refugee program that was introduced by the United States' administration of Donald Trump following unfounded claims of a so-called white genocide in the country. Government data shows thousands of people are reclaiming their citizenship status, with around 12,000 checks recorded on an online portal launched in November last year. To unpack what may be driving this trend, we're now joined by the CEO of DNA Employer of a Record, that's Anton van Heerden, as we get into this one. Anton, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. It might just be greener where you water it.
Absolutely. That's what our employees say. People who return to South Africa have that same sentiment. So they say that, things are better here for many reasons. Cost of living standards are better. And then all the obvious stuff, family and friends, weather, and so forth. So that's definitely the case.
I mean, I thought that the perception of South Africa's crime levels would have been a huge deterrent. I suppose weighing that up against the situation in other countries may be far worse or far more difficult to deal with?
Absolutely. I think things have changed in Europe significantly, Europe and the UK, over the last couple of years. So they have different safety concerns in terms of the ongoing war. And I would not be surprised if we see a surge in our, South Africans coming home because of those safety concerns.
So there we go. If you do not understand what I'm saying, go back and listen to how he has framed that question and how he can state, the grass is not always greener on the other side. But you know what, South Africa, you have to do the research yourself. You have to go out there and do it yourself to figure out what the truth is and stick with it. Here's an interview with AfriForum from South Africa FM, and they asked the exact same question. But here is the truth. Check this out.
Conversation now. The US President Donald Trump previously claimed that white South Africans were facing persecution here in the country. How does AfriForum respond to reports that many white expatriates are now choosing to return home to South Africa with that song that says, "Ek wil huis toe kom na mama toe"?
Did you just hear how we framed that question? They believe that these refugees are coming back. But I like the response from AfriForum.
Well, I see the majority of the reporting around this story seems to be creating this false idea that it is South African or white refugees from the United States returning, which when you actually read the article does not seem to be the case at all. The article that the story is based on the testimony of one person who left in 2003, and then also a comment by the Minister of Home Affairs who said, I quote, 1,000 South African expats have indicated that they would like to return, which is completely, and that's worldwide and no race attached. So that's completely normal. Thousands of South Africans leave and come back every year in regards to immigration. So I think this is a textbook case of just disinformation. Anyone who's pushing the idea that these are white refugees returning in their thousands, there's absolutely no proof of that. Even the article, the story itself doesn't make that claim. So I don't know why people are pushing this idea unless they want to fool or mislead people.
As simple as that. Just look it up yourself. Just do the research yourself. Have common sense, like my dad always used to say. And so here is a stunning article exposing the Afrikaner refugees are returning hoax. It is just a hoax. The mere fact that if you look at this article and you read down, you can see how the mainstream media and media commentators ran to this, because let's just be honest. They hate Donald Trump because they were told to hate Donald Trump. They were told to hate Donald Trump. And firstly, these three expats, not refugees, expats, one who left for the USA in 2003, and then one who left for the USA 20 years ago, and one who left for the Netherlands. Secondly, the Minister of Home Affairs said that 1,000 people had reclaimed their citizenship. He doesn't say which race, he doesn't say from where. And he doesn't state that it's from President Trump's refugee offer that he made. And then, of course, thirdly, the original article cites comments from South Africa expats' Facebook group as evidence. Like for real, regtig, Gadzella for Facebook glo. Are you going to believe Facebook? Seriously, Facebook that is losing millions of subscribers. Really, Facebook? You're going to believe Facebook? And so South Africa, I'm just going to say it like it is. There's two things. You have been told to hate the West. You have been told to hate Donald Trump. And you have been told that Russia and China and Iran and South Africa in BRICS is doing a great thing, when it's not. You have been told all these lies for over a decade, and yet you believe it. Why do you hate Donald Trump? And I bet you in the comment sections, people are going to say, he's racist, he's homophobic, he's Islamophobic, allophobic that you get. But they will not show you evidence of him being a racist. Not a drupalty. Why do you hate America but yet you still use American products? Why do you hate America and you still subscribe to Netflix and Paramount? Why do you hate America but yet you still buy Jordans? You are a bunch of hypocrites. You are all just going on a trend because you have been told to hate the specific individual. It's the exact same thing here in South Africa. The mainstream media has been lying to you and I that the white man is the bad guy, because the government kept on preaching that message. And now you believe it without you even think about, why do I believe it? And so South Africa, we are at war with fake news here in this country. But here on Common Sense, we will always speak the truth in love. Have a fantastic day. God bless.